and welcome to Tuesday's Tips with Laurie. I'm joining you today from Kimberbell. I'm so excited to share with you this Citrus and Sunshine. It's one of our curated collections. It's in addition to our Enchanted collection, and many of you may have already got the Enchanted collection. Well, this is our Citrus and Sunshine. I love it. It's fresh, it's fun, it's new, bright colors, really a lot of cute little ideas actually. There's, you know, zipper pouches and half zipper pouches and tote bags, baskets and pillows. I just love this. There's these cute little hoops over here, as well as I love this lace zipper, and this is a cute idea for Mother's Day, you know, just right around the corner. This is a sunglasses case. Isn't that adorable? Today I want to talk about actually these lace items. We're going to talk about these lace zippers. Before I get to that, I just want to say this is what you're going to be looking for. We do have a limited edition of this particular Citrus and Sunshine curated in with a CD, and then it will be shortly available in a USB stick. So look for that. So today I'm going to kind of highlight our lace zippers. Aren't these adorable? I love the lace. And we've been able to have lots of fun utilizing the lace and the beauty of the lace, and it's on the outside instead of the, you know, tucked in and hidden. So this is great because this is very, very simple, easy way of making zippers and putting zippers in. So I wanted to show you this tote bag right here. This is an actual pocket. Check that out. Isn't that great? And it's zippered, so it stays, everything that's supposed to go inside that zipper pocket stays right inside of there. And this is really simple to do. So we're going to kind of step through how we do that today and take any of the hard guesswork out of it and make it really simple and easy to do. So to start with, the very first thing we do talk about, there's different stabilizers. We're going to use two different stabilizers. There's a lightweight, and you can use the fusible mesh or just the no-show mesh, or just a lightweight fusible, or lightweight cutaway, sorry. So I'm going to show you both. I have both with me just in case. So to start with, the first thing that you do is you stitch a block out, and I'm going to let you zoom right in a little bit closer. I tried to do it in a contrasting color. It'll do a block, and then it does another stitch which shows you which side of the block you're going to trim and cut. Because the only thing required for this is your denim tote bag, one piece of fabric, and your zipper. Very simple, very simple. Love it. So you iron it in half like that, and then what you're going to do is you're going to take your scissors, and one of the tips and tricks, I always like to start with just a seam ripper. It's a little bit easier to get right in here, but yes, you actually cut right through the stabilizer. And it's easy to get it started with that. I love starting it with that. And then you just simply cut right on that line with a pair of sharp, nice, and I use my straight scissors. I don't try to use my curved embroidery scissors because it kind of gives you a jagged line. So try to use your scissors. I'm purposely going to cut this one a little bit shy. In the directions it'll say cut past on either side at least a ½ inch. I know that seems scary. A lot of people are like, I don't know about this. Trust me, it'll work. So then you're going to take your fabric and you're going to unfold that fabric and you're going to stick it through. I'm trying to do this over the tops of these other hoops because I've got lots to show you today. Alright, and we're going to pull this so that you can see that there's a right side of the fabric, and on the back side of the hoop you're also going to see the right side of the fabric. This turns into your lining side of your pocket, and this turns into your outside part of your pocket. Isn't that clever? I love the simplicity of this. Now I do want to show you when you're trimming this line right here, you can see I need to trim just a hair more because I don't want that to pucker. And as you can see, this isn't quite as happy as it should be, so I'm going to trim it just a hair more because I want the fabric to lay nice and flat and smooth. All right, next key is very key, and this is tape. You've got to add that Kimberbell paper tape to hold things down. So the places that I hold it down, I put one piece on one side, one piece on this other side, and then just a small little piece at the bottom. This holds it on the front of your hoop. The reason you want it to hold on the front, because when you flip to the back of the hoop to tape, you don't want any shifting to happen. You want that to stay. So as you can see the back of my hoop there, right here, and I folded it over. Don't press too hard down because I don't want you popping it out of your hoop. Two key places to put tape on the back of this are your two corners. Because a lot of times I've seen people where they'll put a piece here, here, and here, and they turn it upside down, and what happens, this corner folds under, and then they start stitching, and they're really frustrated when they look inside or on the back side of their pocket, and they see that the corners have come up. So the corners are really a critical place to put that tape. Gently put the tape on the back, turn it over, then you can press from the front and press it really good so that they stay. Okay, so now we've got this all taped in place. We're going to take it back to the machine and we're going to do some more stitching. All right, so the stitching, I'm going to set this to the side. The stitching that I've done in this machine, as you can see, I have a different hoop now. The stitching that I did was just this inside stitching and this tack down line, okay? Very simple. It took maybe, I think, 6 minutes to do all of that. All right, the last part of this is lining your lace zipper up to the top and where to place that. Now, it does do a placement line, and I tried to do it in yellow. I don't know if it was hard to see or not, but I'm going to highlight it in pink so you can see kind of right where that placement line, that's right over the top of those stitches, and it's not as straight as those stitches for sure. But as you can see, this pink line represents the line that was just stitched where we're going to place our zipper. Now what we're doing is we're going to place the middle part of the zipper so the zipper goes right on top of that line, centered right over that line. We're not centering it against this folded edge, we're centering it on this newly stitched line. And once again, I'm going to keep the zipper pull. This is the top of my hoop. And so I want the zipper pull at the top, but I want it well away from this box area because I don't want to catch these metal parts in my sewing machine, okay? So another way of doing it is you can just fold this zipper almost exactly in half, and you can see that that's where that line is. And then I'm going to tape that down. And the place that I like to tape this is, and I'll show you right here at the top of the zipper. If you just at least get that top taped right there, and then you can double check. You can see fabric behind all those cute little flower dots right there. You know you've got it in the right place. All right. Now the last places I put the tape is right here. You can see the side seam, and I want to make sure there's tape over the zipper teeth, because if your machine is already up here and it needs to move down to the bottom, we don't want to catch any zipper teeth in under our presser foot. So now it's ready to be stitched. And as you can see on this one, it's stitched right here. It stitched that lace zipper down right along the bottom part of that zipper teeth right there. You can see where it stitched the lace zipper on. So make sure you use the color that you want to see because it's a visible stitch. And then I pull it out of the hoop. So it was that simple. And I love this. You can see on the back of the hoop, you can see where it stitched that zipper down, and look how beautifully it stitches it. It makes it a nice, gives it a nice edge right there. You can see that. All right. Now the next step would be when you trim this. I'm going to set this aside. So when you trim off the stabilizer, pull the zipper, make sure it's pulled out of the way. Do not cut the zipper off yet. We don't want it cut off yet. Just the stabilizer gets cut. So it's already cut along the top, so it's only the two sides and the bottom. We're not cutting any of our fabric, and we're not cutting the zipper. That's key. If you were to accidentally cut your zipper and pull off, kind of hard to fix that problem. All right, so we're gonna just cut this last side here, and voila, there is the first part of our pocket, and really the second part is simply putting it on and then just tacking it in place. So last week I did show how you would float a tea towel. Well, I floated my denim bag because my like the loops and the handle would be right in the midst of trying to get underneath my, you can see right here underneath my hoop line, and I did not want to deal with that, so I floated it, and I used a template. So if you recognize this template, that's great. That means you watched last week's Tuesday tips. If not, if you would like to find out how to use a template to float your item, if you would just click on the link below, we will have a link for you for that. So once I floated my tea towel, or not my tea towel, back to my tote. Once I floated the tote bag and I've got it ready, I've got this stitched out. So I just stitched this very first stitch out line. What I want to show you now is how you line up your pocket to this stitch out line, because it's a little bit different. So you're going to lay your pocket, and so as if you were laying it on, I'm looking at it the way I would look at it, or you would look at it. I'm going to fold this zipper back, and it exposes the top part right here of the pocket. You can see this white part of the pocket right there. That's the fold. Okay, you're wanting to line the fold up right. I'm going to slide it a little closer to me. You're lining that fold right up on that basting line. And there's two lines that go up past that. Now I'm going to adjust it sideways because these lines need to match up with that line. So if you match up all of that, then it's great. Tape it in place and make sure you fold that back down so that it is nice and flat, because the very next step that's going to happen, it's going to stitch right that second side of your zipper, and it's going to attach the zipper, the top part of the zipper, to the tote bag, and then it's going to stitch down around here on the next step and attach the rest of your pocket. And then the very next step after that would be to unzip your zipper, and then you're going to trim, and it just finishes off. It just has this very last step, and it does this beautiful satin stitch. Isn't that a beautiful scallop? I love that scallop. It really just enhances the top part of the zipper. And that is all there is to it. And you've got your zipper on your tote bag. Isn't that great? I love how simple that was. Do we have any questions?
Let's see. What kind of tape were you using?
Kimberbell paper tape. It's non-gummy, it doesn't gum up your needle, and it comes right off your projects, and you can even stitch right through it, and you can tear it off and it doesn't rip out your stitches. Is there any other questions?
No other questions.
Oh, well, thank you for joining me today, and hopefully you'll get to see it later today if you weren't able to join us live. And enjoy, and please share and enjoy this great new design pack. Thank you so much for joining us. Bye-bye.